was my Gary intro. I hope everybody
Yep.
liked my Gary intro. We're waiting on SpongeBob, otherwise known as Jay Lee, to show up, and
Yeah.
then for Purge to show up as well. Um, so there you go. We have to wait on everybody because ain't nobody no time. That's proof
And
that
you said,
CPT ain't just a CPT thing.
yeah, you always say black people ain't on time. I remember that one time.
CPT has nothing to do with the fact that Purge ain't here and the Ching Chong Chang guy ain't here either.
Oh, yeah, you can't be saying all that stuff now. You got to be, can't be get demonetized like that, getting the channel kicked.
I ain't monetized yet either way, so they ain't got their
Oh,
ads
we
on
get
me anyway.
dang, strong ting.
That's right. I'm kind of hoping. She said she's late because she has some family issues going on, so hopefully she'll be here not super late, like an hour late, because we'll be done by then. Because I got a show right after this one. But we did want to address a couple of other things going on in the media today in terms of our political landscape. Um, and she has a pretty boisterous opinion about it. She's been called quite a few things by quite a few people. So
Oh, yeah.
people gonna say I have a KKK member on my show. If she is a member of the KKK, she is a very horrible member of the KKK to the point where she doesn't understand the message of the KKK.
Yeah. She's far from KKK. KKK members are Marxists, communists, and all that other stuff. She's far
Yeah,
from that.
but I'm thinking, why you have black friends? Like that don't even make no sense. Like if you truly are a racist, you don't even have nothing to do with Negroes. So
That's
I just
right.
find it hilarious. I find it
Most,
hilarious.
a lot of them make stuff up just to make it up, man, for shock value. And then once they feel that it didn't hit the way they wanted it to hit, they'll move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a cycle, man.
Iced tea, people. Iced tea. Okay. I don't want nobody
Cranberry
seeing me. I don't want nobody see me sipping something that's brown and think, oh, he's drinking on that liquor in the
and
middle of the
cranberry.
day. No, that's a Manhattan, and this is a whiskey,
Yeah.
apparently. So we'll start with you since you know the other two people that's supposed to be here ain't here yet. What do you think's gonna happen with Russia?
With
Russia.
like war, nuclear war, and all that stuff. I don't know, man. They keep poking the bear, and I think that I think this is what they want. They're not trying to. Biden's not trying to stop Russia. He's poking them enough to where he wants them to do something. You know, he keeps talking about Armageddon, and they were handing out freaking go bags in Denver or something, and they were talking about nuclear attacks in New York. I mean, what's going on?
Hmm. Did you hear the latest about him saying the U.S. dollar doesn't concern him?
Yeah,
What do
they're
you
getting
think of
away from.
that?
Hey, they're getting away from it, and this is why they hate him. He's not buying into their system. I don't know. He's a sovereign country. He can do what he wants. You know.
No, I mean Biden said that he's not concerned about the U.S. dollar.
Oh, Biden said that.
Uh
Well,
huh.
Biden he wants the dollar to crash because he's trying to go into digital currency. This is why the dollar, as we know it, does not concern him.
He said he's more concerned about the global economy,
Exactly.
not the American economy.
Digital and all this other stuff, the new world order. Like people thought we were crazy when we were talking about it, but we weren't crazy. It's real.
That's kind of odd
George
to
Bush
me that
about it. Bill Clinton talked about it. Obama talked about it. Who else? Bush talked. George Bush Jr. talked about it. They all talked about this new world order. Like, what the hell are they talking about? Until you actually started looking up the new world order.
people
You
keep
know?
thinking it's something far fetched, and it's not far fetched. People,
No.
it is not far fetched at all. In fact, if anything, it's more in place than anything else you ever see.
Yep.
It's very in
It's
place.
it's already here. Look at what the Vatican and Islam, they called it Chrislam, Catholicism and Islam combined in
Yeah,
one church.
Islam. Yeah,
Chrislam.
the one world religion. That's the next. That's already in place. They're building a facility for it. I think it's supposed to be done first part of the year.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna meet. I'm still trying to figure out how the Muslim faith and the Christian faith supposed to abide together because they're diametrically opposed to each other. So I don't know how they're gonna pull that one off. But
I think a lot of it has to do with the Antichrist or the coming of the next Messiah, which they're going to claim it is, and they're all going to come behind that person, which is not going to be the real Christ. So they're all going to come behind with the Antichrist, and all their followers and everybody that follows their religion is going to believe it. This is why they left. They noticed they didn't really talk about Christianity. They talked about
Mhm.
Catholicism. You
Right.
can't put Christianity and Catholicism in the same. We're not the same. So they didn't add Christians to that Chrislam. It's crazy, man. There he
Let's
is.
hear. Let's hear him. Has he eaten ice cream while he's saying this too, which makes it even more creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And are you concerned about, just one more economic one, are you concerned about the strength of the dollar right now?
I'm not concerned about the strength of the dollar. I'm concerned about the rest of the world. Does that make sense?
No.
Yes. Our economy is strong as hell. The internals of it. Inflation is worldwide.
Our economy is strong. The internals of our economy is strong. Really? It's strong.
Just seeing him angers me. And he's eating ice cream. The president of the United States is chomping down on a freaking waffle cone, chocolate mocha chica chocolate, vanilla,
And
and
saying he
talking
don't care
about
about the economy.
pathetic, dude.
Worse off everywhere else than it is in the United States. So the problem is the lack of economic growth and sound policy in other countries, not so much ours.
The problem is sound growth and economical policies in other countries, not America.
Who does that sound like? Someone else
Okay,
said that too.
let's clarify that. I don't care what's happening to the American people. I'm concerned about people outside the United States and dealing with them and helping them, which is why I can send money to Ukraine and everywhere else, and you Americans can go kick rocks. That's what
Yep.
he's saying. Okay? In case you're wondering, that's what he's trying to tell you. Americans, go kick rocks. Ain't nobody care about what you got to offer. Um, I kind of find that weird when you came off at the beginning of your campaign saying that you're a uniter. Well, you sure are uniting people. We have a unified dislike for you, Mr. President.
That's right.
We, we all cannot stand you.
But
Nothing about you we like.
you know who else had a very distaste for America too? Barack Obama.
He
He
an immense distaste. Yeah.
he talked about how America has been on top too long. It's time for us to pretty much share the wealth. We can't be the only superpower. We can't be the only this with a booming economy. So he's playing right out of Barack Obama's playbook. It's all Marxism, man.
I'm confused about all of it because here's the thing. You have in your wheelhouse the plan to put everything to green. Okay, let's give you the benefit of the doubt that the world is in danger and we're going to die if we don't go green. Someone asks you about the welfare of the American dollar and what's happening here, and you proceed to say you don't have any concern about here, you're concerned about outside, but you're just telling everybody else that you're trying to come out of a recession. But we're not in a recession. But if we do get a recession, it'll be a small recession. Gas prices are high enough that you bribed Saudi Arabia, but you didn't really talk to them, even though there's proof that you talked to them. So nothing you say ever can be believed.
No, he's a
Not a
liar.
word.
Didn't he lie and say that his son died in Iraq and received a Bronze Star or something? I mean, the dude's a liar. Bold-faced liar. If
He's an
that's the
honest
yeah,
man.
him, you know.
I think he's an honest man. I just think he's misunderstood.
Hmm.
And you need to give him a chance, okay? You need to give him a chance because he really has America's best interest at heart.
Yeah. Let's go by.
Joe Biden.
Let's
This
go.
guy. This guy. Um, I wanted to find that there was another one that I found of him, and it's very hilarious. There's a guy on YouTube, and I've asked him if I could use his stuff, and he said, yeah. So I think I should be okay to not get in trouble for this one. But he does compilations of Biden all the time, right? And his name is John Talks. Um, and this one is quite hilarious. I gotta find the right one here. If I can find it, it'll be good. Very, very good. Did you see him get greeted in Florida?
Him or his wife?
No, he got greeted in Florida with all kinds of signs saying "F Joe Biden."
Oh yeah. I didn't see it, but it's that's Florida, man. He
It was
doesn't stand
great.
Florida at all.
I gotta find the right one here.
And his wife getting booed at the Phillies game.
Uh
Straight up booed. Like she was nothing. I'm just like,
huh. Okay, here it is. Ah, this one made me cry. I cried listening to this one. I literally cried. Now you guys can take this how you want. Take this how you want. This is some good stuff. You ready for this?
uh-huh.
Every time I walk out of my grandpa's house up in Scranton, he'd yell, Joey, keep the faith. And my grandma, when she was alive, yelled, no, Joey, spread it. Every time.
This guy. He is an embarrassment. Yeah. Tina, yep, we saw that.
No,
And that
Joey,
little girl.
spread it.
Why does he
Wait a
ball
minute.
his like that when he talks?
That's what Alzheimer's does to you, man. That's the dementia fist right there. Hear this one.
Every time I walk out of my grandpa's house, I say, Joey, go out. And he says, spread the faith. And my grandma said, no, Joey. No, Joey. Holler.
What the hell? Someone, his handlers are back there like, no, don't say that.
So first, it was his grandma that told him to keep the faith, no, to spread the faith, and his grandpa would say, keep the faith. Now it's his grandpa that says spread the faith, and his grandma that says holler. He's trying to think of a word to say that she said. No, she'd say, holler? Yeah, holler. Holler sounds good.
Holler. Not just keep the faith, spread it.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Holler. Holler.
That guy's an idiot. Oh my God.
Holler. Oh my word. Look, it's a good day when you can laugh at the president because he gives a lot. He gives a lot to be laughed at. And I know people realize too, there aren't a whole lot of race issues going on today. All of a sudden, racism is just dead. So not only did Joe Biden fix the economy, he erased racism.
Huh.
He's good. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you saw a hate crime?
True.
You know why? Ain't nobody got money to do it, man. Like, it take gas to go do a hate crime now. You can't drive across to Buffalo no more.
They have to wait till like a couple weeks for the next one to happen, right before the midterm.
I don't even think they can afford it then.
Yeah, true.
Like,
I mean, you are broke.
you got to pay for that stuff to happen. You can't just make that happen out of thin air.
We're running on fumes right now.
I'm really surprised that Jay Lee didn't make it today. I'm not gonna lie. I moved it to Monday for him. For him.
He usually does make it.
Is your girl here?
Not yet. She said she had to run downtown and pick up her mom and come back. It shouldn't take long.
Man. And I made sure to ask everybody. I made sure to ask everybody. Now I'm hearing all kinds of nonsense and nobody coming to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Well,
she got 10 minutes. If I revoke the link. I'm just kidding. I ain't gonna revoke the link. So you don't think we'll have a war, or you do think we'll have a war?
I don't think Russia would do it, honestly.
Really? Not right. I think America will do it and blame Russia, though.
Yeah. I think it'd be an inside job. It wouldn't be like a full-blown nuclear, bomb. It'd be something like nuclear or EMP or something like that, then wipe out like the grid or something to where they can blame Russia. But I don't think Russia is going to do that. Because I'm telling you, you think Trump and Putin ain't talking still? He ain't going to do that shit.
You think that's happening?
Oh, yeah, I think they're still friends, man. I think they
Why would
still
you talk
talk.
to Putin?
I don't know, just to keep them calm and let them know, like, hey, don't worry about it, buddy. We got this. 2024, just, stand down and stand by.
You gonna Proud Boys us?
Yeah.
Didn't they say Purge was a part of the Proud Boys?
Who?
Didn't they say that Purge was part of the Proud Boys?
No, she's not.
She's not?
Purge isn't a Proud Boy.
I thought she was.
She might know people from the Proud Boys, but I don't think she's like a Proud Boy official.
I want to be a Proud Boy.
Do it, man. Find your local chapter.
They don't have that here.
Bull crap. In Washington State? Yes, they do.
No, where I'm at. I'm not going to go to the west side to join them.
Oh.
Get that. That's Libby country over there. That's commie country. I'm not going over there.
Oh, yeah.
People like Keisha and Thunderfoot are in trouble over there because of how nonsensical it is over there. That's what Keisha,
Yeah.
You know Keisha, right? IP conflict?
Yeah, IP conflict?
Yeah. She's on Seattle.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. She's over there. And so is Rangar and what's his name? The Thunderfoot guy and True's over there too.
Yeah, I saw you.
Proud Boy? Tanya wants to know what is Proud Boy.
A Proud Boy Boys pretty much came out after Antifa was causing havoc. So it's just a bunch of dudes. They really big on masculinity, but they've changed that a lot. I heard they have all types of people in there now. But yeah, they're just another anti-Marxist communist group.
They got started by a guy named Gavin McGinnis.
Mm-hmm. Canadian.
Gavin don't play. Gavin does not play around tall. Whatever he don't say it out loud. He put my video on his show once.
Really?
Yeah, my Pew Pew video. He put that up when it first came out. I made it to Newsmax.
Damn. Look at you.
I got to TikTok and then I got banned.
I think Gavin started what? Rebel Media? Was it Rebel?
And banned TV.
And banned TV? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very big on
Proud Boys. the Proud Boys are not a racist organization, contrary to popular belief.
No.
Their head guy at the time of J6 was a Puerto Rican by the name of Enrique.
Colombian.
Enrique was nice, man. He was they call him a Fed now because they say he was an inside mole. Is that true?
Oh, that's what I heard. That's the rumor.
I don't
I
believe
don't
that
know,
for a minute.
but I don't know much about that situation. But I do know a lot of Proud Boys, and that was always the rumor. When you talk to them, they'd be like, "Man, you mean Federique?" That's what they call. I'm
But
like, "That-"
that doesn't make any sense. Here's why. If he was a Fed and the group is a, I don't know, racist organization, why would they let a person of color get to that level of leadership?
because they're not a racist organization.
Exact, Fed or not, exactly. Um, I don't think anyone in their right mind could think that a truly racist organization would allow that to occur.
Yep, very true.
Let me see if no, it's not there. I'm trying to get to see if she's replied yet.
Probably driving.
Is there a way for you to reach out on your phone to her
Mm-hmm.
and find out if she's gonna still be making it or not? I just need to know. It's been a half hour since she's been active. I just need to be aware of whether or not she's making it. Special guests. How come you don't sound that loud? I don't sound loud. What do you mean I don't sound loud? Please tell me what you mean. I'm breaking up again? That makes sense. I can't help that one. Like I said, I need to get a new mic system. I'm working on it. It's just taking me a bit. Okay? Calm down. Take a breather. We're discussing Mr. Biden, his policies, and the state of the United States. That's what we're discussing, Jane. We're waiting on a guest, but she has yet to show.
I just text her.
And I'm trying to find my audio so I can hear what I sound like. They say I sound like crap. Do you hear me okay?
I hear you. I hear you just fine.
Let's see.
But
Yeah,
if there
I
was,
sound fine.
if there is a war that's going to break out, it would be. It would. I would say around the winter time. If something was going to happen, they would have to do it like soon.
What do you mean?
Well, before the midterms at least. If they were going to make something happen, it would have to be before the midterms. She said she's coming.
She's coming. Okay.
Yeah. It would have to be before the midterms or around the midterms because they want to scare people. It would have to be something so kind of like 9/11 to where people so scared to do anything. You were scared to get on a bus. You were scared to get on a plane. You were scared to do this. It would have to be something like crazy like that to where people would be too scared to go out even vote.
Do you think they're done with trying to get you to be afraid of the before it's to not go out?
Yeah, they know that's not working anymore. They have to up the ante, man. They're like, man, people ain't worried about COVID. They're just going on about their lives. If we try to bring it back, they're not going to believe it. So it would have to be something. Monkeypox didn't work. They tried with that,
Yeah, what happened to monkeypox anyway?
poof, disappeared. It was a scare tactic to see how people would react.
So okay, hold on. You know, now that you 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 touched on, okay. Let me look this up. I must be tripping. I must be tripping.
Yeah,
Monkeypox cases in United States. Let's see what it says.
100.
Monkeypox cases in U.S. hits lowest level since June.
What was that?
Meanwhile, it also says it topped 70,000. I don't know what the truth is,
Hello, Patty, Texas.
but I don't think it works. I don't think it. You're right. I don't think it works.
It's not going to
Um,
work. People just want to live their lives, man. No matter how scary, hey Kelly, no matter how scary they try to make things, people literally, I don't give a damn if you're left or right, in the middle. People just want to live their lives, man. You know? And when they said mostly gay community, as James stated, a lot of us that aren't, part of that community, we're like, oh, well, I'm good. I'm going to go on about my life.
but it's like AIDS. If you just be around them, you can get it.
Yeah, that didn't
if
work.
you if you share the same straw, you'll get it.
That worked for like a little while. Then people. So people aren't dumb, man. These politicians and these people in charge, the powers that be, have to understand that people are a lot smarter than what they think. And we do research also. You're not the only ones that just feed us information, especially on conservative side. You feed us some information, we're damn sure going to look it up for ourselves and research it. We don't take it for face value, man. Liberals will be like, oh, no, oh, God, they said a monkeypox is coming and we got wintertime. And and us conservatives are like, man, let me look this shit up, man. This
I
shit don't
wonder
make.
where would you wear the mask on your butt?
You would have to wear it on your. You would have to.
It wouldn't be a gas mask. It'd be what an ass mask.
Well, didn't he just extend that emergency executive crap where he extended it another 90 days?
Man, I don't know. They're gonna keep trying to push it, like you said. I think they'll keep pushing as much um, chaos as much forward till November, and then
Yep.
okay, kind of like that whole push to say I'll legalize, I'll let everybody that had simple possession go. When everybody, if you're smart enough, you'll understand that if you just use the word simple possession, it's not going to reach to the federal level. And
Yep.
I don't know how people don't get don't get that, but
They don't want.
it's a tactic.
It's a
It's a
brainwashing.
good it's a good one though. It worked.
Well, it worked for his base, and his base is shrinking. That leftist base is getting smaller and smaller. Believe it or not.
You don't think he'll have anything to really run on?
If he runs against Trump, he won't have anything to run on against Trump. Trump is going to eat his ass alive in every debate.
Do you think we've added 10,000 million jobs?
No.
We haven't
No.
added 10,000 million?
How are you going to take away jobs and ruin a whole country with jobs and ruin businesses? And then when they start opening back up, you're claiming that you freaking created. No, those jobs are there.
He opened up in America alone 10,000 million jobs.
Yes. That's what they say.
Do we have that many people in America?
10
I don't
million?
think so. I don't know. 10,000 million.
Oh, 10,000 million? No. Whoa.
That's a
How do you
billion
even write
people.
that out?
I think that's 100 billion or something like that. Or
It's
10
like
million?
10,000,
I think that's 10 billion.
comma 1 million. So
Yeah,
that's
10
almost.
billion. That's 10
Yeah.
billion. So 10 billion people. We got 10 billion jobs here. America has 330 million. Man. Or 1 billion. Let me check. I think it's 1 billion. How many zeros is that? You got 10,000 million. Yeah, so that's 10 billion.
Yeah.
He got 10 billion? That's how many jobs he created?
That's how stupid he is.
Dang. Did we have that many jobs?
No.
So
No.
he created jobs for like what, the future?
He created jobs for kids, babies, homeless people.
I want to find out. I'm gonna find out 10,000 million. 10,000 million in numbers is convert. Let's find out. Yeah, I was right. 10 billion. So 10 billion jobs this man has created. If you guys aren't satisfied with Mr. Biden, you don't understand how good of a job this man did. Let me put it down in some layman terms for you of how awesome this man is. This man, by himself, no help from anyone else,
One man.
created in America alone more jobs than there is real estate.
Interesting.
And
Very interesting. Are there even 10 billion homes in America? Houses? Jesus Christ.
now I gotta find out. I'm gonna run this down the hole, right? Let's find
Hold
out
on.
here
I have
how
to send her.
many
I have to send her
how
the.
many houses. She has it in her Instagram. How many houses are in the U.S.? Da, 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 da. All right, come on. I need a number. Ain't gonna give me a number? Seriously? I need a solid number, people. 3.46 million. Okay. So no. So 3.46 million houses were built between 2015 and 2019. So let's say on average you have let's say then you have about 6 million homes. Yes, Trump is running again in 2024. 6 million homes. You created 10 billion jobs. Even if you were to times each home by 10, you're still not going to make enough money. That 10 billion? She's here. What's up?
Hey.
What's up 10,000 million girl? 10,000 million. I don't think there are that many roaches in America even.
He created more jobs than the last like 10 presidents combined.
Dude has enough jobs to fund the whole world. He solved world hunger. He created a utopia with 10 billion jobs.
Who we talking about?
Biden, the
Trump.
only man that can create 10 billion jobs. You couldn't do it. Trump didn't do it. Come on. 10 billion jobs? Jeez. Hey, I heard you were a member of the Proud Boys and a white supremacist and a KKK member and racist and all the other wonderful terms.
Nazi.
Is that true? Oh, Nazi too. Is that true?
I mean, I have some controversial views, but they're not based in hate.
Name one. Name one.
I think we should identify what Marxism is and then designate it treasonous and wash those motherfuckers out of our country.
I could go for that. Treasonous or a threat?
Treasonous or what?
Or a threat?
Both. It's very subversive.
Uh-oh, he's a Marxist. Look at him. See, that's what a Marxist would do. That's exactly the face a Marxist would make right there.
You're freaking out your damn mind.
See, and a Marxist would say that too.
I'm going
to call you Richard Marxist.
Call me William Du Bois if you're going to call me a Marxist.
I'm going to call you E.B. Du Bois.
Yeah, William Du Bois.
So tell me something about yourself, Purge. This is our first time meeting face-to-face on camera. So far, it's only been via Instagram and interactions. Tell me something that I don't know. Uh-oh, she's gone. He said, "You didn't know that I could dip like this."
I'm out.
Like,
Yeah.
forget you Negroes. That's proof
Yeah.
that she's racist.
You've watched the documentary Uncle Tom, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, I watched it last night.
I own it.
I watched the whole thing. The first time I was only watching a little bit, I was like, all right, it was interesting. But when they went into like Booker T and William Du Bois, and I started thinking like, this is why the majority of black people are Marxists. He started that shit. And
That's why
Booker
they
T,
hate Booker T.
huh?
That's why they hate Booker T.
Yeah, that's why they call him an Uncle Tom. That's where how that came from.
The crazy thing is, Booker T was a slave and Du Bois wasn't.
Yep.
Go figure.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Uncle Tom, you can watch it on YouTube now. It's you can watch it for free on YouTube. But yeah, check it out.
I want to see
It's,
part 2.
yeah, it's worth it.
I want to see part 2.
Oh, Kanye is going to be in part 2.
I think it's already. I don't think he's in it.
Oh, Kanye's on fire right now, man. They done deleted his Instagram,
They
his
pissed him off
Twitter.
royal this time.
Bro,
Yeah, and he bought Parler. I know that.
He did?
what just happened?
You kicked yourself out?
No.
It only happens to people that have something to say that needs to be heard. That's what happens. So, all right. So tell me something that we don't know about Purge.
That you don't know?
Yeah. Nope, knew that already. Something else.
There's a lot that people don't know.
Okay, let's start here. I have heard enough controversy surrounding you just in the little time that I've seen your stuff on TikTok and on Instagram to know that any affiliation with you will be viewed by people who don't like you as me being the same kind of person that you are. So, with that,
Anti-communist?
I don't know what that is. I'm still trying to figure it out. I know it's not liked. I know it's to the point where they want to see you gone, not just from social media, but like physically gone.
Well,
What did you
I
do?
have kind of an alternate view on history.
Mhm.
I think that Germany, National Socialist Germany, was demonized like Trump has been demonized because they fought against the Federal Reserve System.
Mhm.
They don't teach us. We took their scientists, German, National Socialist German scientists.
Mhm.
We took their doctors. We took their medicine. They made a lot of headway in science and technology. We took those guys, but we didn't take their what happened to their economists? What happened to the people?
Oh, they're still there. The economists are there. Oh, they're all over the place.
Well, not the national socialist economists are kind of buried because
So, what would you consider yourself then? A socialist?
Huh?
Would you consider yourself a socialist?
I'm a nationalist. National socialism really isn't. I wouldn't put it in the same category as Marxist socialism. The state had a lot of influence and a lot of power in terms of the economy, but people were still allowed to have their own property. Okay. They didn't take away independent property, independent businesses. They basically protected their German citizens against globalism, against getting taken advantage of.
What happened to do you think then, and this is a controversial question, answer at your own risk. Do you believe then that the Holocaust didn't happen?
No, because I know
no, it didn't happen, or no, it did happen.
No, I believe it happened.
Okay.
I maybe don't believe it happened in the way that people say it did, but it happened. I know someone who's
So what way do you think it happened?
Whose aunt was there. She worked in the camps.
So how do
yeah.
you think it happened?
Well, at the end of the war, they didn't have as much power over the camps. The communists took it over. George Soros, I actually have a video of this on my page, but George Soros was among the communists who confiscated Jewish belongings.
Right. He started that at 13. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you think then that perhaps maybe there was more of a hand in that by their own kind than it was by the Nazi Germany?
Both. I can tell you there were swimming pools and brothels in the camps.
So then, are we just fed, by your estimation, the worst case scenario?
Yeah, I think it's like that, so we don't look at the things that they were saying, because a lot of the things they were saying, Kanye's saying right now, and it's true.
So would you say that you would you have agreed with Hitler?
In a lot of aspects, probably yes.
Name a few.
Absolutely no person with a foreign passport or with foreign citizenship should ever hold office in our country.
I think that's already on the books. Isn't it? No, that's not. Just the presidency.
Yeah, it's just the presidency. They can hold other office, but if they have dual citizenship, they should never hold office.
And why do you think that?
Because they could have allegiances to other countries.
Don't you think that they can? Don't you think they can have allegiances to other countries without having dual citizenship?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So does it really matter about the citizenship as much as it does the person?
I think that's a big way to protect ourselves. I think that's kind of a must do. But yeah, people can also have allegiances to secret societies.
Well, I look at people like Biden, who has allegiance to China and to Ukraine, and he doesn't have citizenship in either one of those places, right? And he has more of allegiance to them than he does the United States. But he has all the criteria that would let him be in office by your standard. So how would you avoid something like that happening if it were run that way?
Fix our election systems first and foremost. Because that motherfucker would have never been into office.
Well, Clinton got in. They have ways of getting them in there.
Yeah.
They managed to get LBJ in there.
By
the one that taking out the one that didn't want in there. I mean, I get part of what you're saying, but I think the other problem here too is that the overall global side of this is that corruption comes regardless of what you have in your mind as far as policy comes, right? So if you say, I want America to be just for Americans, and if you come here, you give up any other citizenship if you plan to have a role in the American government. That's all fine and dandy. That doesn't mean I give up any responsibility to that government or allegiance. I might not have it on paper, and even if I've never been to that country and they pay me enough, I'll be So corruption can get into even the tiniest of fabrics of the so-called movement that you're talking about.
Definitely.
So then I guess my question would be, if your criteria is that, how do you maintain, outside of the election side of it, how do you maintain that criteria to keep your way of life going?
Protect our culture. Keep our young people from being demoralized.
So is that culture or morality?
both. I think they're intertwined. I think morality is tied to, or can be tied to culture. Right now, we're seeing the opposite.
The lack
Immorality
of
is
morality is tied to the culture, right?
yeah.
So, whose culture would be the moral one? That'd be the question I'd have to ask. Because to everyone, their culture has some level of morality to it, and they can probably work themselves around to say mine is more moral than yours, even though none of us, seemingly, at least the social side of it, can tell me what morality is in order to say that you have a moral culture. So I guess we start there. What is, in your mind, morality? And where does one get this plumb line of morality from to weigh their society against?
I think religion upholds it.
So whose religion, though?
It doesn't matter. Well, it just depends. In India, it's Hindu. It's Hinduism.
But
Here,
that
it's
that
America.
created the caste system, and that's not morality at all.
Well, actually, I think it was the Portuguese or the British. They racialized the caste system. It used to be the Varna system, but yeah,
No,
religion
it
can
has
be.
religion in India. Okay, when you look at India, Hinduism specifically, they created that whole concept of good work, fidelity in life will yield you a different status in the next life. That's a level of caste. There's a social caste, a religious caste, and there might be a racial caste. But within the confines of India, they don't use the racial caste. It's all a religious caste. So that's a moral thing. So how can you go from the moral section and say, I'm going to hold morality as my plumb line? And whose morality do you hold as the plumb line? Because some look at, okay, we'll go with um, the Muslim faith, but like the extreme Muslim faith. They have a level of morality that we in the West will never, ever, ever, ever agree with. But it's their
Yeah.
level of morality. So whose morality do we pick? To say because we're basing a new nation on it. Whose morality do we pick? If there's and if there is such a thing as morality, shouldn't there be one thing called morality? But apparently, no one can decide what morality is. It's just whatever that religion says and whatever that religion says and whatever is good to you is morality. But yet still we want to hold people to a moral standard. Is there such a thing as a moral standard to live up to? And if there is, who decided it?
I don't know. I think there's kind of universal truths within all religion. If you derive your morality from God, and there are basic, tenets that each religion has that are pretty universal, or that all religions have.
Name me two of them. Two tenets that might be universal.
Treat everybody like your brother. Honor your mother, honor your father.
Yeah, and that doesn't apply to Hinduism, though.
Yeah, it does.
They don't teach that at all.
I'm a Hindu.
In Hinduism, they don't teach that at all.
Yeah, they do.
Treat others as you would want to be treated? No. It's treat others the way you would want to end up in the next world, not the way you want to be treated. Because your next life is dependent on how you live this one. It has nothing to do with the person and your interaction with them. It has everything to do with how you want to end up the next way. So right off the top, it's a selfish morality. If I want to have a better life in the next life, I don't want to end up a grasshopper or a gnat. I don't want to end up a cat or a dog. I want to end up a cow. Ultimately, the cow is the ultimate way for me to end up. I have achieved nirvana at that point. So it's all a selfish motive. If I treat you nicely now, it's working towards building my next life. So that's not really treating others the way I want to be treated, because I don't care how you treat me. It's a matter of how I'm ending up the next life. How you treat me has nothing to do with me. In fact, the worse you treat me, the better it is for me, because if I can take that and move past it, I will end up even better in the next life. So then who's again, so I'll ask the question of both of you. What is morality?
Oh, I've never been asked that question.
That's
I don't
why
know.
I'm here.
For me, it just stems from the way I was raised, in the culture I was raised.
Hmm.
You know, how I was taught to treat people, how I was taught to carry myself, how I was taught to, live my life. That's where a lot of my morals stem from. And a lot of my morals stem from Christianity.
Hmm.
That's where a lot of it comes from. So, I think a lot of morals have one base, and the base is religion. And as you were saying, well, which religion is the right religion to base the morals off of? Well, I'm pretty sure there is a common ground in all those religions. There has to be. There is a common ground somewhere. Do you believe in God? Yes.
A God, yeah.
Or a God. That is a common ground. That is a common morality.
The
Do
higher
you
power,
believe?
yeah. But
Huh?
I wouldn't call that morality. I'll call that a belief.
Well, a lot of people's morals stem from a higher power.
Hmm.
So if everyone could say, hey, I believe in a higher power, we may not believe in the same type of higher power, but we're pretty much talking about the same higher power to an extent. And there are certain aspects within every religion that come from one person.
Hmm.
It comes from God. People may change it and add to it and take away from, but the tenets, when it comes to morality within all the religions, it's just
Okay.
corruption. The religion changes it.
So that's the source of morality. So
Mm-hmm.
what is morality? That's the true question. I get where the source might be, and I get who might have, everyone gets it from a certain source, but what is it?
That's a very broad statement. That could be a very broad answer.
Well, okay, well, broadly answer what is morality.
It's like, for me, morality is, like I said, treating people the way I want to be treated. And
So
do
it
good,
dictates your behavior.
huh?
Morality dictates your behavior.
Yes.
Okay. And you
It really
purge?
depends on how I treat people, how I interact with people.
I got you. And so what do you think? What do you think morality is?
Um, basically guidelines, um, life guidelines, guidelines to go by.
Guidelines created by some external something outside of you that dictates it, or is it an internal thing? Is more, I guess, the deeper question then. So the morals stem from inside you or outside of you?
Both. God is
So you
within
can
and without.
so you can change it at any point. You can change your moral stance at any point.
Well, when in an atheistic society,
Hmm.
morals can be changed quite easily. That's why Marxism pushes atheism.
Okay. So I'm gonna bring something up here. Hang on. Let's see. So the way they define morals, right? Motivation based on ideas of right and wrong. Okay. Motivations based on the idea of right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What is right? What is wrong?
Again,
Uh,
we can always go back to the religious factor, but there's not a lot of religious people. So I think society, if you're not religious, society determines what's right, what's wrong.
Hmm.
The majority has to accept that right or wrong. So if the majority of our society said rape is right, like in some of these other crazy countries, what? Guess what would happen in our country? So
Rape
we
would
have
be
to look
right.
at it. The majority of our country looks at murder as wrong. The majority.
Hmm.
There are some who don't care. The majority of our country look at stealing as wrong. The majority. So I think the majority of a nation decides morality, which influences how we carry ourselves. My thoughts. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
If it goes against nature, it's probably wrong. It's probably going to lead to your demise. If it's destructive, it's probably wrong. It's probably going to lead to your demise.
You know, I'm playing devil's advocate here, right? And
Yeah, I
it's
know.
working. It's working out very well for me because I'm learning a lot. So murder is wrong because you're taking the life of somebody else.
It's destructive.
But murder can be okay depending on the situation. We'll just call it something else. We won't call it murder. We'll call it self-defense.
Self-defense, yes.
But it's still murder.
Technically.
By definition, yes. It's
okay. So that morality has some caveats to it, where it's not wrong to kill that person, but it is wrong to kill that person. Okay. So then does that make holy wars that people in the jihadist nations wage, does that make them bad? Or
yes.
just following their level of morality?
Well,
Again,
they're following their.
So why do we demonize them if they're just following their level of? Again, if morality is just based on whatever you believe, then technically no one is wrong.
Well, the reason we demonize them because we look at our Western morals also. We look at how
it's wrong to you. So it's not wrong though. It's just wrong to you.
Well, we look at it wrong. Murder is wrong. Period. I'm not
really. I mean, not really.
I'm not against self-defense. I'm not gonna. I'm not. But I would never willy-nilly just go up and murder somebody. And you see it all the time over there. And we're on the outside looking in. We're based our morals. We're just based off our own morality. You know what I mean? To them, like you said, it's perfectly fine in their country. So yeah, a lot of it stems from, like I said, some type of theology or religion, or that's where I think that's where it starts. Now, do I believe that we're born with a lot of our morals? Yes, because we have the God gene. We're not born nasty, dirty, mean people. We're not. A lot of us are taught that. So all of us have a God gene. It's in our DNA. So he put all the good into us, but he gave us the mind to make the decision on whether or not we want to continue being a good person.
But he also said no one is good. So, he also said no one is good.
Well, no one is perfect.
No, he said no one is good. He actually said to be perfect, but he said no one is good. But my point is this: we have at our disposal this concept of morality, and we want to hold morality, but no one really has a set moral standard anywhere in the world that everyone agrees on. Okay. But somehow one person or one faction of people gets to decide universally somehow that this particular thing is wrong, right?
Yeah.
Because we say it's innate to almost everybody. The same way we believe that messing with children, we would say that's wrong. Okay?
It's wrong.
There's some cultures that say, no, it's not. So where do they get that idea from? Their own level of morality, their belief system of what's right and what's wrong. The problem, I think, with all of it is that when you try to find the reasoning of morality outside of the author of morality, you can make it anything you want.
Yeah.
Purge keeps going in and out because that's what happens with my podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I've been to so many different countries, and most European countries are like the West or America when it comes to
low.
But when you start getting over in the Middle East and all the Balkans and all that stuff, a lot of stuff is different over there. And we have to be taught, like, they're doing things that we frown upon in America. You can't do nothing about it. You can't. even though you want to, especially when it comes to, you know, freaking rape and all that other stuff and
Eating
all this other
dogs.
crazy stuff they do over there. It's like they tell us don't get caught up in Western culture when you see certain things. You can't, because it's
Why
going
was
to drive you
Kevorkian?
insane.
True. So why was Kevorkian twisted? Why was Jack Kevorkian twisted? He was just doing what people asked him to do. I'm just saying.
I don't know about that. I don't know about assisted suicide.
Why was it? Why would? But people asked him to. He's in fact that's more good Samaritan than anything else.
No.
No,
Uh,
it's not good Samaritan to do what people ask you to do. That's fulfilling a wish.
I mean, there are certain countries that are talking about passing laws for, you know, euthanasia, assisted death.
Yeah.
I was just like,
what's wrong with that?
I mean, I agree. You're right. I mean, if I went up to somebody, I went up to a doctor and said, "Hey, I don't want to live no more, but I don't want to do it myself. Can you just take me out?" And you sign a paper and you do all that, and hey,
I'm just saying. What? No, you're the one that brought the question. You know that he was. So tell me, why is he a good guy? I mean, not a good guy. Like he was twisted. What do you mean twisted? I'm just saying. We do it all the time. We do it all the time. Really. Ironically, we just call it peaceful transition.
What's y'all's opinion on Kanye?
I like Kanye to an extent. I think he's crazy though. I think he's also not dealing with certain things in his life, but he's doing what a father should do, which is fight for your kids.
I think, you know, everybody's calling him crazy. I think he's on the spectrum.
I think that's what I said too. But I think it's more stemming from the loss of his mom than anything else. That's when I saw the snap happen. Before then, Kanye was a certain type of person. Once mom died, he flipped. Go back and watch and see exactly when that break happened. It happened right when mama died. As soon as mom went, he was gone.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I agree with Kanye and a lot of stuff he's saying now, but he is on the spectrum. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say he's 100%, but he's right there.
He's definitely, I don't know. I feel like.
Okay, well, crazy is
he kind of hyper focuses on some of the same stuff I do.
He is not, I wouldn't say crazy then. Here's what he is. He is not addressing certain emotional breaks that he had to do with somebody close to him, and it's affected the way he is functioning in the world. Let me put it like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Meanwhile, he has partially compartmentalized it, where he has to, he's dealing with his kid, and he's dealing with the social media, he's dealing with politics, but there's a portion of him that he's not dealt with yet, and he needs to deal with it. That's the way I see it.
You just got to watch out for Kanye.
Candace is just a grifter to me. So
Kanye, what?
Candace Owens is a grifter to me.
Oh,
you heard me.
There's been a White Lives Matter movement for a couple of years now.
But your lives don't matter. You're just white, okay?
But
nobody cares about white people no more. You guys had your moment in the sun. It's our turn now. No, I'm just kidding. She froze again. She's about to get booted. Watch.
Yeah, we'll break them.
It is my turn now. Our turn. You guys had your turn already. White people's time is over. Pack up and move. You agree with that, Purge? Keeps going in and out.
I don't know if she don't agree with that.
Look, she's smiling. She agrees. I told you she was about to get booted.
But what if they were the reason for his mother and he knows it? Maybe he knows something and he's ready to break and tell it all, you know?
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying right now he's not handling that loss very well. That's all I'm saying. I only know that because when I had my loss of my pops, I shut down And I went off the rails too. And I didn't address it for years.
Yeah.
I was avoiding it because it was too painful to look at head on. So I can understand. I'm not blaming the man. I mean, I understand. But at some point you gotta face the music. Now, is he speaking some factual stuff as he's in this spec? Of course.
Yeah, he is. A lot of facts.
He's putting out a lot of stinking facts. Would you quit pressing the back
Keeps
arrow?
kicking me out.
I think the next time we can do a TikTok live together.
Yeah, it keeps kicking me out. Like it'll get really, really staticky sounding, and then
Yeah, notice
just
that.
kicks me out.
I think that happens for a reason. So I mean, it's been always on my StreamYard account. No other one.
Hey,
I
if we
lied.
did a TikTok live, that thing wouldn't last 5 minutes.
That's true.
Oh God,
That's
no.
true.
They'd be like,
Talk
click.
about National Socialism.
We could try it though.
Yeah.
We could try.
They're like,
and see
man,
what
we don't
happens.
want to hear them.
We just
But-
call it the leftist view.
Hey, we do like the woke conservatives do, man.
We mask it, right? We'll talk about it, but we'll talk about it in code. They'll never know.
We'll just call ourselves woke conservatives now.
There you go. The reason I ask all these deeper questions of you, Purge, is because I like to push back on people's viewpoints to see if they really have thought it through and if they really believe what they believe and why they believe what they believe. Most people don't. They go with something because it's expedient. I'm not saying you do. That's not what I'm saying. That's why I ask the kinds of questions I do. The viewpoints you have, I can see why they're controversial. And I think you having them for the skin color you have makes it exponentially worse for you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's probably why they look at you that way, because what it's been, you can't have even a remote connection to that frame of mind looking the way you do.
Yep.
Because it's going to be taken as the extreme version of what you're saying.
You
I'm not
should
saying not to
definitely
think that, but-
interview Utsav Sanduja.
Who that? What?
You should interview. You should have Utsav Sanduja on your show.
Is it a he or she?
He's the former COO of Gab.
Oh, now he won't
Indian
give me
fella.
no time of day. He ain't gonna give me time of day.
Yeah, he will.
Yep.
He's one of my friends.
Yeah,
Never
trust
know.
me, he won't give me time of day. Go ahead and ask him if he would come on. I'll do it on Too Strong.
He will.
I would do that on Too Strong. I would love to hear his views on Too Strong.
He's got way more extreme views than I do.
Okay, so tell him to check out Too Strong on YouTube and
Okay.
ask him if he'd be willing to do a sit down interview with us.
Okay.
Because I think that would be a killer show. Why did he leave Gab?
No comment.
He better answer,
Uh-huh.
because we gonna push them kind of questions on him.
He can't.
NDAs don't count on our show.
We don't have
black.
NDAs like some other people do.
We black. We don't have NDAs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Yeah,
it'd be
get
good.
him on.
Send
That'd
me
be a
his
good show.
name so I can look him up. He has stuff on YouTube, right?
I'm not sure. I know he's been on a couple of podcasts.
So what's the name again?
Utsav Sanduja. I'll text him, and if it's okay, I'll send you his contact.
Okay. Utsav Sanduja. As in Utsa? Utsav?
UTSAV. Sanduja,
Okay,
Sanduja.
Let me see here. Utsav Sanduja. Okay, I see. I see him. Young guy. At least young looking. Okay. I'll take a look at him. See if he doesn't have any videos out there, does he? At least not that I
Probably
see.
does.
I'll find him. I will find him. Yeah, tell him please. Was she gone again?
Yeah, she dropped out again.
Good. Jesus. Okay, so I'm gonna end it because I have to get to my other show.
11/11. Make a wish.
$5 footlong. That's my wish. I need a $5
Hmm.
but for free. I have the Journey season is kicking off in a half hour. If you have not signed up to go watch the Journey season part 2, you want to not miss the Journey season part 2. It's already going to be crazy because on Wednesday I have my wife on.
Oh man.
So that will either sow a lot of division in the house or unity. I'm not, I'm not sure which one will end up like. I don't know how I'm gonna end it yet, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. So I'm gonna let y'all go at that. We gonna be back on what you free? You good to come back on Wednesday?
This Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm free.
Okay. We might do. Okay, so we have two choices. We could either do it here or plan to do the live on TikTok.
You want to try it on TikTok?
I do.
All right, we could try it.
Okay, we'll move the live for Wednesday to TikTok. So if you have TikTok, perfect. Try and join us over there. It'll be on Wednesday. I will do it from my bigger account so we have more people. Same time, everything on YouTube. I mean on TikTok, and I'll save it and I'll upload it to Triple Threat so you can have it to view. So you don't miss anything that's happening there. 'Cause we don't want to miss
Our moderator game has to be strong though.
I don't have a moderator yet, so I'll put one out today.
Yeah.
So we have it.
Definitely got to add some mods.
In the how do we get notifications for what? The TikTok? You don't. You just be there. Follow my channel.
Yep.
Just
Follow
be
the
there
FYP. Usually what I do, if I put a promo out for a live, I'll post it on my TikTok, then I'll post it to other social media platforms so you guys, everyone knows. But if you don't have a TikTok, it's kind of hard to watch it.
Yeah. But I'll put, like I said, I'll upload it to Triple Threat after we're done. So you guys can still catch it there. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all have a good rest of the week. Don't let the back door hit you with the good Lord.
Good Lord split you.
Stitched you.
Wear a mask back there too.
And wear a mask. Yeah, you don't want that monkeypox.
Yeah, you don't want that monkey.
Keep the monkeypox out your fart box. That's what I always say.
Oh man.
Keep the monkeypox out your fart box. You came back in just in time to say goodbye.
Purge, where can everybody find you?
We are going to do the live on Wednesday on TikTok.
Okay.
Okay, same time, but on Wednesday, if you can make it. And we'll test the water, see what we can get away with.
Okay.
So
5 minutes. Let's put bets on that one.
What is your TikTok again, bro?
Shit, man. The bro kitch. Hold on. It's
KITCH, people. The bro kitchen, cooker, Sheffalopolis.
Yeah, the bro kitchen guy.
And Purge, what's your TikTok?
The main one is Purge the Mind Virus.
Purge the Mind Virus, all one?
Yep.
Okay, Purge the Mind Virus, all one. If you guys want to catch this live, it should be crazy because a lot of people are going to be there that hate us. Yeah.
Mine is the bro kitchen. The bro kitchen. I'm sorry, the bro kitchen.
The bro kitchen. The bro kitchen or kitsch?
Kitchen. That's like the name, but
okay. The bro kitchen.
Yep.
So we'll see whoever can make it on Wednesday at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right. Until then, thank you for showing up, Purge. We'll have a better live that won't get you booted every 5 minutes when we do it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Y'all have a grand
Thank you
rest
for
of the
having
day.
me.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
of course. And we'll catch up. We'll do more
All right.
next time. We'll do more marketing for this, so we have a better crowd. But it'll grow. We'll see you guys
All
on
right.
Wednesday on TikTok. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Peace.
Bye.
Hey. Bye.